Chair, thank you very much. Honorable Karim has raised some of the issues I wanted to ask. However, I just want, Chair, of all the entities who have met, I want to compliment the DPP for gender sensitivity. I have seen the number of ladies is 9 versus 8.
Wow. So DPP's office, kudos to you for gender balance. Thank you for that observation. You know, when you have the PS as a woman, the balance is already catered for. So that was your issue. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Frederick. DPP, just to buttress a little bit about Honorable Ethel's issue, she gave you about the Naguru remand home, but we were with Uganda prisons here. They are decrying the capacities they cannot manage. They told us they have capacity for 29,000, but they have 59,000 inmates on remand. And the other inmates are already cut 29,000 because they have a total of about 82,000. Now they are saying if these ones on remand are at least worked on, they would see some relief in Uganda prisons. But unfortunately, every day now and again, more people are put in on remand and are not processed. Now, when we met Uganda police said, you know, the problem is not ours. It is the office of the DPP that is supposed to process those inmates, those people that are on remand. Now, I promised them, I said, now tomorrow we are meeting the office of DPP. Uganda prison is crying. We thought it is the high appetite of police to arrest Ugandans before they investigate. They said no. The problem is with the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions. And from your introductions, you're already saying you do not have capacity because you're unable to execute at 43%. That's one of the major challenge. Kindly give us some confidence that, one, the laws of this country presume Ugandans to be innocent until they are proven guilty. But we have Ugandans on remand for 7 years, for 10 years. And I don't know whether you are aware about this. When you have somebody on remand for all those number of years, yet the law says person should only be incarcerated when proven guilty. And these Ugandans losing a life, because 10 years is a generation. Somebody who has lost 10 years and tomorrow court finds him innocent, it looks so bad in part of government. And your office is partly to blame. So kindly begin from there.
Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Nimi.
Mr. Chairman, I have a person from my area. He has just come out from Ruzira, but he has been on remand for last 11 years.
Imagine.
Now, finally, when he went to court, they said they have failed to get witnesses, so he was discharged 2 days ago, and actually went yesterday.
Imagine.
11 years he has been on remand.
If you had a business, that business is already
now
gone.
He has just gone.
The family.
Reason the prosecution has failed to trace witnesses. So maybe.
That's a very clear example, but we have many of them. I was in New Zealand and I got that information.
DPP, maybe you can highlight some of these challenges and the implication. You know, he has been with me trying to recover a bit, but he really doesn't understand why he was even arrested for him.
Thank you, Chair.
I thought you had, okay.
I know I didn't ask the question. I wanted to ask a question about bail, granting Ugandans bail. Has bail been suspended? Is it still applicable? So many Ugandans apply and they have genuine reasons. They have everything that is authentic, but many a times bail is denied. I want to ask, what other steps is your office taking to ensure the right of bail to applicants?
The constitutional right.
And yet it's constitutional.
Okay. DPP. Thank you very much, Honorable Sheila.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members, for your questions. Honorable Betty and Honorable Chair, of course, also re-emphasized by Honorable Waniku. The name is this Honorable Umamakui?
Modimi.
Yes. About prison congestion, about remand, long periods of remand, about children. Honorable Betty, the situation with children justice in this country is very worrying, even for us. But I think the system is struggling to respond to the changes, demographic changes in our society. The crime rate is growing very fast. The institutions that we built to take care of these situations, we have not resourced them to expand. And so the institutions are stretching. They're being stretched to the limit. You can just do a quick study about when the prisons, even the remand home was built, what the population was at that time, what the crime rate was at that time, and compare it to what it is today. And so without treading any blame, really, the challenge is what do you do, because these children, see, you've seen them in the remand home, but if I showed you their files and some of the offenses they have committed, you would be shocked. You'd be really shocked. And now the trend we are seeing is that adults understand that, you can't remand children, so you have to remove them. So children who are around the borderline, 14, 15, 16, are now being manipulated and used by adults to commit the most serious offenses. Some of these paver hitmen you see, they're children, they're young people. And so society, I think we're just struggling. And now for us, the challenge is, it's the public who brings them. The parents don't want them. The community doesn't want them. So what do you do with them? For us, of course, our responsibility and mandate is to assess the evidence to see if there is a case, criminal case, and if there is evidence, we have to charge. And when we charge, and it is the law of our country that the moment we produce anyone before the court, the default position is that the court is supposed to remand them. That is a default in the magistrate's court, unless for good justification the court decides to release them on bail. And so bail is at the discretion of the court. Now, bail is a question of the judiciary. As a public prosecutor, my job is to look at the merits of the case and advise the court whether I support bail in that particular instance or I don't. Now,
DPP, you have not been in court. I don't know who told the prosecutors that they are not supposed to allow bail. Prosecutors with bail, they will all give all manners of reasons why somebody should not get bail. On record, every court I've been, when somebody applies for bail, the prosecutors rise up in strong terms and possible and English to say they will not allow bail.
Honorable Chair, the philosophy of crime is this, that is why the law says the moment you're charged, you must be remanded. Otherwise, the law would have said you must be released on bail. And then being remanded would be the exception. This philosophy of criminal law is that if you are charged and the DPP assesses or the prosecutor assesses that you have committed a criminal offense, the understanding is that you're dangerous to society. That is the philosophy behind. That you are a danger to society. That you must be removed from society. That is why the penalty is imprisonment. You're kept away from society. And so, the default position of the law is that the moment you're charged with a criminal offense, you must be remanded, unless then the burden is sent back to you to justify why you must be released on bail. Now, that is our law. We don't make it. And so, as a prosecutor, as a public prosecutor in this office, the moment we charge somebody with, that is the underlying assumption. And so we have to look at the circumstances. And the Honorable Chair, many of your members and many people, they're always in my office. This person, there's evidence. Why is the person out in society? You've heard about cases of mob justice. It can't be that everyone must be, because the moment you're going to cause a problem, because if everyone you arrest, you release them in society, what does this say for law enforcement? And so it's a tough thing to balance between charging somebody. Imagine a criminal is in the village, people have arrested him. Yes, everyone knows he's a thief and so on. They've even taken him to court. And then say, police gives him bond and so on. And then people just take the law in their hands. And so, as a
Pepe, how about Eddie Mutwe, who stole, they say he stole a phone and a jacket, and the team. Now I'm using him for those flimsy cases that come up, and the person who always stands to say no to bail is a public prosecutor.
Honorable Chair, the principle is this. The principle is we operate in an adversarial system. That is the way everything is tested by the judiciary. That means both sides must be there and present their case. And so, we as a public prosecution service, we've taken a policy decision, which we have communicated to our staff, that every application for bail must be opposed unless there is good justification and you get authorization from the DPP, the deputy DPP. So if you have good reasons why you want to, you must consult, and we will. And there are very many.
So there are very many. A policy that
yes, there are very many cases.
Oppose all.
Yes, there are very many cases where we don't oppose bail. They exist. I think we just. There are very many cases where we don't oppose bail.
That one is clear. You
yes,
move to another issue.
and so, but bail is really. It doesn't matter what we say. There are thousands of cases where we oppose bail, and the judiciary grants bail. And so, as an adversarial system, as I said, our job is just to advocate, is to plead our position, and the judiciary will decide. And that is, the discretion is purely for the judiciary. And so, the issue of overcrowding in prison is also a concern to us. We, as the office, we have, Honorable, we have taken steps to try and address this. It is one of the things the President raised to me, concerns at the time of my swearing in. And so the Chief Justice has set up a small committee to try and address this problem. The committee, I have two staff who are on the committee. They have already sat down. It has the Commissioner of Prison, Uganda Prison, and everyone, Uganda Law Society. So we're trying to see how we can try and reduce the issue of overcrowding in prisons. But as the office, we have also taken initiative. We have engaged with the Inspector General of Police to try and advocate that we are more rational in arresting, so that we don't arrest people.
So you help me inform the committee that if they only release the political prisoners, the prisons will run by a half significantly, because the elections are done. If they only did that, and if other flimsy reasons for arresting, will go a long way. Now you go to the issue of Honorable Masaba. Why? How do you prefer cases on people who are abducted? Where do you get the desire? Somebody has been abducted. Police says they don't know where they are. Everyone says they don't know where they are. But on appearing to court, Honorable Karim Masaba is saying you come with the file ready. Are you part of the group that abducts Ugandans?
Honorable Chair, again, it's a question of understanding the way we do our work. The 1995 constitutional framework, I think, deliberately separated the function of prosecution from the function of investigation. And I am sure we understand it to be to make sure that the prosecutor is not unduly influenced by matters which are outside. And so when we are considering whether to charge a person or not, what we rely on is a police file, which is an investigation file. We don't rely on what is said outside. And so I can watch TV, I can listen to I can read what is written on social media, but when I am making a decision on an allegation of a crime, I'm not permitted to take those into account unless I have directed police to investigate them and they are documented. And so when I receive a police file from the Inspector General of Police, with the statements and with evidence indicating that you, Honorable Chair, they believe you have committed a criminal offense. And the criminal offense is ABCD. And I have read the evidence, and I believe there is a prima facie case that you have committed the case. It is my duty, constitutional duty, to sanction that charge and allow the matter, you to appear before the court, to examine whether it is true you committed the offense. Now we do not...
DPP.
Let's
give the example of the man who was the chairperson of this committee, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi. He was abducted and we lost him for 17 days, 19 days. But at 10 o'clock, he miraculously appears at Natet police station. At 11 o'clock, already aligned before the court in Butambala. Now, how did the DPP quickly work on this file unless he had prior knowledge that this person is going to appear miraculously at Natete and then he will be in Butambala at 11?
Honorable Chair, we are in offices from Monday to Friday. And so if a file comes to us, we have to work on it. We cannot say, no, but we are reading ABCD, we have to wait. No. The danger of doing that, Honorable Chair, is that you open the floodgates for people to take into account a lot of extraneous factors. And all of us may easily become victim of that if we authorize our officers to start taking action based on matters that come to their knowledge completely outside what is documented. Now, we very strictly rely on what is documented because then we can account for it. We can account for it in terms of. Yes.
We want us to understand this clearly. Because when they were trying to trace for Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi, police denied, say we don't know where he is. They say for us we don't know. But like what Honorable Massa was saying, previously said we don't, it's not with us.
And it's on record.
We've checked, but finally they got him, and you say you rely on police files. So, which is which?
Yesterday, if I recall very well, the Deputy Inspector General of Police said, in reference to what you have said, that you will also ask the IGP not to just arrest unnecessarily. But he said they proposed to you. So if he has proposed to you an erroneous arrest, why don't you send it back? This may help us coordinate the congestion that is here.
Honorable Chair and members.
Quickly, I want us to
Honorable Chair and members, when there is an allegation like that, that somebody disappeared, that is a matter that should be investigated. That means there must be another investigation, official investigation, as to what happened to this person during this period. Now, it is only when that investigation is done, or if there is a formal complaint to the director, then I will write to the Inspector General of Police in accordance with the Constitution that there is a written complaint here that this person disappeared. However, the person, can you investigate? There is nothing you can do until
DPP,
that
this person has been abducted. Police says we do not have him. Then miraculously this person appears at a police station. The easiest human way to do this investigation, to send him home, okay, carry on the investigations. But then send him to prison as though you're part of the team that abducted him. That becomes unthinkable and very challenging to you.
Again, Honorable Chair, as technical people, if you say somebody is abducted, for us, we will say maybe we don't know where he disappeared. Because abduction is a criminal offense in our statute book. And so that is a matter which must be investigated if someone is abducted, so that we determine whoever took, first we identify who took him, but also but most importantly, Honorable Chair, I am not allowed to do the investigation. I can only ask the Inspector General by law that there is this, can you investigate this and report? And I am sure I cannot be, I am not sure, but I am certain that there must be an allegation about that, which is part of the investigation against. It is a different investigation. It may not be part of the criminal investigation against him. So it is like a thief who is arrested by the public, and then they clobber him. We examine first of all.
We can end it at that.
Okay.
But as far as we know, it was public knowledge that Honorable Mwanga was abducted and picked from his vehicle when the media was showing, and police said they do not know about the people that abducted him. They said that it was not an arrest because they don't have him. Being a Ugandan, we expected you to have picked interest in that particular kind, because if police wanted anybody, there are procedures of arrest and where that person can be taken. And for investigations of that nature, then you're completely right. But for somebody who has been missing for 19 days and you appear with a prosecution case, you're highly suspected to be part of the team that is doing that. But anyway, we can proceed on matters audit. Thank you very much, DPP.
Going forward, we feel Parliament needs to hold a meeting with all institutions of the jail sector, because everywhere somehow you feel there is some injustice done to Ugandans, and as we have interacted with these institutions, one is pointing to the other. So going forward, as Parliament, we shall have to hold a meeting.
Thank you. Honorable Masaba, is there something that he left behind?
Chair, the matter of where they just drop cases,
you know, we've lost a lot of time, eh?
All right. Again, the withdrawal of charges is a technical decision. Before the DPP drops a case, loosely we say drop a case, but technically we just withdraw from the prosecution of it. It's not the end of the case. We can reinsert it. Okay. But there are very many technical reasons why we do that. It goes through a review process. For every case that the DPP withdraws, there are about 3 opinions that are written by 3 successive rank officers,
okay,
explaining that it is no longer in public interest for us to continue with this case, and convincing the DPP and the DPP makes a final decision. But all those records are there.
Thank you very much. Honorable Masaba, please allow me make progress. And all members, please allow me make progress. PS, kindly pick your constitution. You have it with you? You didn't bring it. Kindly read me for me Article 90. Then we see how to start. Before you read that, and the DPP, we want to apologize to you as Parliament of Uganda. You already appeared this year about the same audit report, 2023, 2024, 2025. We are aware that you already appeared before this committee. Unfortunately, when you appeared, there is no parliamentary record because the reports were not considered by the 11th Parliament. So the 12th Parliament, the new Speaker said there is no way I can proceed without a Treasury memoranda because it is very critical in the continuous budgeting. So we were required to redo this process as the 12th Parliament so that we can have proper reports before Parliament. One of the ministries asked us, why didn't you use those same reports? The unfortunate bit, those reports have different members of Parliament who are either no longer members of Parliament or are no longer members of this committee. So you cannot present it. The chairperson himself who would have presented it is in prison. So there is no way I can carry the same report and say, this was presented in the other Parliament. I can't own it. So we're going through this process to ensure that we can fairly report about these audit reports. So you'll bear with us on that note. Secondly, you take note, we may not be able to go through all the audit queries. So it may not be business as usual. We are particularly interested in some key audit queries so that we can be able to report quickly to Parliament. So when you do not see us going through a chronological order, just know there is a particular interest somewhere, and we will be able to move like that, in that order, so that we can quickly have a report about this audit matter before RSPS. Article 90.
Thank you, Chair. Article 90, Committees of Parliament. Parliament shall appoint committees necessary for the efficient discharge of its functions. Parliament shall, by its rules of procedure, prescribe the powers, composition, and functions of its committees. 3. In the exercise of their functions under this article, committees of Parliament, A, may call any minister or any person holding public office and provide individuals to submit memoranda or appear before them to give evidence. B, may co-opt any member of Parliament or employee qualified persons to assist them in the discharge of their functions. C, shall have the powers of the High Court for 1, enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation or otherwise, sorry. And 2, compelling the production of documents, and 3, issuing a commission or request to examine witness aboard.
Now, particularly that one, that for any particular document that this committee wants, I don't want to go on compelling, okay? Please, you volunteer. that this particular information is required. I have the office of the CID represented by Corporal who? Use the microphone, it is near you. Namirembe, that microphone is not on record. Is it on record? It is not on record. Okay. Namirembe, probably you'll introduce yourself later when that microphone is able to work. Did you move with your Public Finance Management Act? You have it? You want me to lend you again? Okay. Read for me 43.5.
Uh, 43.5. An accounting officer shall be responsible and personally accountable to Parliament for the activities of the vote.
Personally?
Personally responsible.
Exactly. So these are not matters of the DPP. And when I ask questions, don't look at your boss to plead for support. You're personally accountable.
Honorable Chair, you allow me give a moral support.
Moral support is allowed. But for us, we understand by moving with this entire team, you want support, okay? So feel free to say, please come on and explain this. Feel free to come on and explain such and such a matter. And I really hope that way we are going to move. The matters of the law are settled. Then the way we work as a Public Accounts Committee to process this report, we have lead counsels, and we have a team of 3. I have Honorable Wanyama today for you, and Honorable Mudimi, and the Honorable Shira of Mukono. They will take us through the key audit queries that we have identified, and the rest of the members of Parliament are free at any point to raise up a hand, also to seek clarification. And that is how we are going to move. Honorable Wanyama, are you ready? Are you ready, Honorable Mudima? Are you ready?
Mr. Chair, I'm ready.
You're ready, but before you come on board, I want the PS to help me understand how you are handling audit queries in your docket. How do you handle them? You know, it is mandatory to address audit queries and parliamentary recommendations.
Thank you, Chair. When the team from Auditor General comes to audit, we have an entry meeting. And,
all that is done. Start
yes.
at the time when Parliament has looked at this report,
okay.
has made recommendations, because we make our recommendations as Parliament from the Auditor General's reports. Now, at the end, you start at the end of the process.
So it's at the end of the
process.
process.
How do you implement what has been recommended?
Okay. Thank you, Chair. When we have the recommendations of Parliament, as communicated by the Clerk of Parliament, we normally, of course, have a meeting and have a look at them. And then we see which actions we are required to take. And for each of those, we try and ensure we implement them. For example, if you require us to follow up or make a follow up with the Ministry of Finance, for example, in the case of additional funding, we write to the Ministry of Finance to ask for funding.
Now, you speak like this. Based on the previous audit recommendations,
yes, sir.
Parliamentary recommendations, move me one by one. Parliament recommended this, and we implemented this.
Chair, I can, for example, of CAF, I remember we were required to title our land.
Title the land?
Yes.
Yes.
And we took a step to have 2 companies to help us title our pieces of land.
Yes.
And so far, in total, we have over 21 land titles with us, which we didn't have previously at all. So we are progressing. We don't have all of them, but at least we are making progress. And then there was a recommendation for us to, they were asking us why we did not have all the cases.
Are you talking in this particular year on audit?
Chair, I need to be.
That is audit query number 4.1. That implies that you're reporting on audit queries in the prior year.
Yes, sir.
I hope that's what you're talking about.
So 4.1.
Take me to the parliamentary recommendations and how you handled them, each one by one.
Okay, Chair, the first one was on case backlog. Is that right, on page 60? Yes. Of the responses, the document on top, the very first document. Chair, the parliamentary recommendation was the accounting officer was advised to strengthen the coordination mechanism.
I beg your pardon, I got which page?
Page 60.
Page 60.
Of the top document,
of
sir.
The responses.
Yes. The table.
Page 60. Members, are you there? Okay, please proceed.
The accounting officer was advised to strengthen the coordination mechanism with other stakeholders in the justice system with a view of reducing the current case backlogs. This can be done by alternative case resolution mechanisms such as conducting special court sessions, weeding out of undeserving cases, pre-bargain sessions, prosecution-led investigations, and through delegate prosecution functions to some other agencies. Chair, at the time we appeared in February, this was our response. The Office of the DPP continues to work closely with the agencies in the justice value chain system to address the challenges of case backlog. We continue to have interface meetings on a quarterly basis with the judiciary, police, CID to discuss our challenges and how best to address them. The ODPP gradually continues to address and reduce case backlog through pre-bargain sessions, court sessions, daily hearings, weeding out exercises, also through use of prosecution-led investigations. We also use SGBV sessions. We also use our delegated prosecutions scheme. And Chair, we do this in our daily work and also on a quarterly basis. Cases have gradually reduced. However, the entity is gradually affected by understaffing, which affects the ability to effectively contribute to the reduction of case backlog. We suggest that additional wage is provided to recruit more staff or more state attorneys so that we are able to cover or do more. Chair, when the DPP was giving you a preamble about the institution, I think he forgot to say that we are not present in 32 districts.
No, he
and
didn't
also
forget. He did
he mentioned,
not forget. He did
okay,
not forget. I
maybe
gave
just
him
to
very little
recall.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not present in 32 districts, and we are not present in 93 courts, magistrate courts. And because of that, sometimes we are limited on how much we can contribute towards case backlog, because the prosecutors are very lean on ground. Chair, the second recommendation was on performance of prosecution case management information system. And the recommendation of Parliament was the accounting officer was advised to engage MovePed and development partners under the gyro sector to provide resources for the full implementation and rollout of the system across the country to achieve speedy delivery of justice. Chair, when we appeared in February, this was our response. The rollout of the prosecution case management system.
Now, when you give us up to date,
Yes.
Don't tell us what appeared in February. You can tell us the current system, because these are things which are under your administration.
Yes, okay. Chair, the current status about Procamis is that we are having a review of the system. And we started actually by asking the Ministry of ICT.
Honourable members, you may realize that Procamis still remains one of the audit queries that we are going to handle. Yes.
So we asked the Ministry of ICT to assess our system, to advise us if it is serving its function. And the motive of the assessment was to advise the Office of the DPP whether we should upgrade it or develop a new system. And the Ministry of ICT did an assessment, and actually they have advised that we should replace the system. But the review process is continuing. So we've set up a committee comprised of an officer from the judiciary, prisons, police, gyros, NITAU, and the Ministry of ICT itself. That is the project implementation team. And then we have a steering committee composed of the DPP, the PS Ministry of ICT, myself, and I forget the others on the steering committee. So we are having the system under review. But the system...
How much money was lost in that system?
Chair...
Because you invested like how much since its procurement?
Chair,
yes.
I don't think that I have the total figure, but we've been spending...
Procurement might know. I can ask them, they can know. How much money do we spend on it? On that you think we are going to replace?
Chair, Peter and procurement, you can try and give me an estimate, but...
No, I don't want an estimate. These figures, you know how much you procured, that system. So you cannot tell me you have the entire team, the auditor, the internal auditors here, the accountants, and the procurement, and you tell me you don't know how much money was procured. It was procured.
Chair, we need to add up the figures right from
the time. You don't need to add up. I've asked a simple question.
Okay, Chair, I request that I allow my committee to...
Please, who do you pick to respond on that?
The first harmonizing behind here, the IT officer and the procurement
accountant.
Staff.
How much money did we spend on that, and who was the service provider?
Chair, no, this is annual. They want the total from inception.
How much did you procure it, and in which year?
Chair, we procure, this was, the system was launched in, it was procured in 2014.
2014.
But officially launched in 2016.
2016.
Yes,
so
sir.
its development was between 2014.
Yes.
Started working in 2016.
Yes, sir.
And it was procured at what cost?
Chair, it was procured at $2 million US dollars.
$2 million
US dollars. Yes, actually it is 2.
And maintenance cost from 2016 was how much?
We've been paying 2.8 billion.
From 2.8 billion since 2016.
It was at first 2.4, then I think it went to 2.8.
So 2.4 for which years and which years? Mutali, I hope you're adding for me that money quickly. And I want it in Uganda shillings, eh? Auditor, you can also help me quickly. So I've been paying 2.4 from 2016 to 20 what?
Chair, maintenance started in 2018.
Started in 2018.
Yes, sir.
This is when it started up to 2020.
Up to 2025, yes.
Then they proposed the increment from 2025, right?
No. So 25, 26, we didn't pay anything.
Okay.
Yes, the contract was not renewed.
So you people convert for me. That is 7 years paying 2.4 billion. And we are at the stage where we think that it cannot work.
So it's working, but it's not serving, I think, the purpose properly. That's why we are subjecting it to a review. But it served its purpose.
Which language is that? PS. Which, you know, in Kasanda we say things straight. Eh? So we are saying it is not working and we want to replace it.
Yes, and Chair,
Having spent how much?
Chair, the trouble started when we noticed that the system could not be integrated with other systems in the criminal justice system.
But it was intended to synchronize.
Yes, right.
But over the years, how many years now gone? 10?
Yes, and the
10
trouble.
years,
yes.
We have lost the service. The people of Uganda have not been served. Yet it was brought in to sort out the issue of backlog. I think the intention was to reduce on the turnaround time. Now 10 years people are not served, 16 billion shillings, 16 point what? You know, Mudimi is a mathematician, I trust him. So 16.8 billions lost. If you add in, because they moved from 2.4 to 2.8, so it can be around 17 billion. Around 17 billion, right? And who is telling me approximately 24 billion? Your calculation. So this one is saying about 24 billion. You people, I am going to take 24 because you people don't want to add up anything. And for me, the higher value is what I'll take. Because I asked your team to add it up, and you kept on looking at them. They refused, that's why I asked my team.
Sure, we can give you the right figure by the end of the day. I can ask my internal auditor to do that back. No,
internal auditor, this guy has not needed a lot of time. From what you said, has reduced to 24 billion.
So we request to give you the actual figure.
Let him give me the actual figure. We are here. I have no problem. At the time when you're ready, you stop me to tell me that the correct figure we have paid is at this. Okay? But as for me, for now, based on Engineer Mutalia's calculation, we are 24 billion. So, yes, sir.
On that, yes, on that very well,
yes,
Chair.
Yes.
We are looking at the aspect of the finances, the monies that are involved.
Yes.
But to me, like from the accounting officer,
yes,
she's confirming that the system is not giving them what they wanted. But in the first place, who recommended this? Was it forced on you, or this was your choice?
Answer,
Chair, I think I need to clarify. Like I said, this system was supposed to be integrated with other systems. Now, when judiciary came up with their system, they disregarded the coding system that we had used during developing PROCAMIS. So the coding system in ICMIS could not speak to the coding system we were using. So meaning would be having 2 parallel systems. And for us as Office of the DPP, we've been directed to file on ICMIS. But meanwhile, the committee that was set up to make sure that the 2 systems speak to each other told us that this is not possible. So one of us had to review their system to see if we can have it synchronized or we develop another system so that the
system
systems...
been audited by any team?
Yes, Auditor General audits it annually.
They audited it?
Yes, they audit annually, and they normally raise the issues.
Do you have an audit report on Prosecutions? Auditor General? But kindly ask somebody to go and bring us that contract. We want to look at that contract as Public Accounts Committee. Somebody can run to the office, or you can send somebody to the office, and we look at that contract. We see whether Ugandans were protected just in case the system fails. Because under the circumstances, the system may or may not work. Yes, Honorable Mudimi.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, maybe I want the accounting officer to tell us the role of the regulator in those systems, NITA-U. So when you have system, they test, you keep on, you work. So what's the role of the regulator, NITA-U?
Chair, we've been working with NITA-U over the years, and we've been having meetings, and they've been telling us what we should do to improve the system. And NITA-U plays a crucial role because they are the ones to connect, they are the ones to provide internet. However, we've been having challenges. That is why actually when you notice our rollout was slow, because most of the up-country stations do not have internet as yet. Sometimes even those where they have connected, from nowhere we have a shutdown of the internet. So it's something that we've been going through with them over the years. And they have actually not provided a good solution in terms of ensuring that we have reliable connectivity to internet. And not only that, most of the areas have not yet been reached. So sometimes we intend to roll out the system to a certain district or a certain region office, but we have no connectivity there.
But why would you roll it where we don't have connectivity? So I think you'd be in better position now to explain that where there is internet, the system is working.
That is what exactly we've been doing now.
Now,
that where they are,
even where there is internet, the system is not working. Now the issue is really not whether there is internet or not. We would be happy to be talking about that this system is working where internet is, that then it wouldn't be your issue. Now we would be putting NITA-U on pressure to support the people of Uganda. Now there is a problem. You hired somebody to develop a system that communicates to the courts. This person failed and he has been collecting money. And what has annoyed me most that he has been collecting money of maintenance. Now maintaining what? That does not work. So we are going to pick, we have as a committee we've agreed to pick major interests, not only in your system, but all the systems that have been developed, because it looks like most of them are not really doing what the funds they expected. Now we want you to also tell us which legal action have you taken against the service provider now that he has gave you something that failed to work?
Chair, the system works, and we have stations where you can actually visit as a committee where our officers are using it. But our only challenge was on the rollout, where we cannot move at the speed we wanted to move to. In terms of legal action...
Madam Accounting Officer, please, don't go that lane of changing your own words.
No, so we have some stations which are using the system, and it is working.
Yes, Honorable
Chair, thank you, Chair. When I look here, they state that the system is working.
In some
So
stations.
maybe you clarify, maybe it's working in maybe 2 offices. Out of maybe your offices, how many you have, like on a percentage? What percentage is being implemented or where it's being implemented? 10%, 20% of your offices?
We have around 36 field stations where it is working, right from headquarters. We have Ginger RSA
Then
office.
why are you replacing it?
So we are using it as we think about the best solution, because we need a system that speaks to the one at judiciary and also the one that police will use.
Does not speak to the judiciary.
It doesn't at the moment.
Then why are you saying it is working?
We are using it as an entity to ensure that we scan our files and record every case that we handle. So it's able to give us records of what we are handling. But we cannot use our system to transmit.
Auditors, I need a report on that system specifically. I know you can quickly. You have something to say about it?
Yeah, Chair. I think there is an audit report.
Yes.
On the functionality of the system.
Okay.
Yeah, by IT, our IT department.
All right.
So
I think they should give it to us.
Yeah.
But also other IT systems, because we are going to take major interest in that particular area. You go to the next Treasury memoranda, parliamentary recommendation.
Chair, the next one was the underperformance of the structure. The recommendation was the accounting officer was advised to continue engaging the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development and the Ministry of Public Service to review the establishment and fill the vacant position. Chair,
don't tell me what was in February.
No, I want to give you an update.
Update, yes.
Yes, as of August, we've had an additional, let me see, we had 38. We had 38 attorneys added to us, and then we had another 25. Am I right? 30, yeah, we had. So this
yes,
is.
Who is supposed to confirm that you're right? Is it me or your DPP?
We were 25. Then we added 15. Yeah. No. Yeah, Chair, I can confirm that as of August, we've had additional 50 state attorneys added on to us, but we still have very many vacant positions. Chair, we still have 448.
You read me the statement of the DPP that you supplied to me.
Yes.
This morning, particularly
on staffing.
About the structure.
Yes, Chair, it was reading. The ODPP has an approved structure of 1,734, out of which 759 are in post, which represents 43%. And in terms of prosecutions, out of the required 890 prosecutors, we have 428 prosecutors in post. So we have a total of 448 vacant positions for prosecutors.
When I look at then, we are dealing with 2021.
Yes, sir.
The old DPP had an approved governance structure of 1,336.
Yes.
And that structure has been changed to 1,734.
Yes, sir.
519 in 2021 had been filled. The structure required 833 prosecutors in 2021.
So the position changed a year ago. Top management reviewed.
And you had 366, and now here you're saying now you require 890.
Chair, our structure was reviewed. SC, can I have the new structure, a copy of the new structure? So our structure was reviewed for us to create more positions at state attorney level because we needed more staff in the field other than having more staff at the top. So the structure was reviewed and we created more positions at state attorney level.
In 2021,
yes, sir,
you desired to have 833.
Yes.
So in the review, you got to 890. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. For the prosecutors.
In 2021, you had 366.
In post.
And now you have 428.
In post.
So what is the addition?
Okay, Chair, I didn't give you the update that in the previous financial year we had recruited 100 attorneys.
I have the update from the DPP's presentation.
No, in terms of recruitment.
This one was presented by DPP this morning.
Yes, sir.
So this is the latest update.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So the number today is 428.
Yes, sir.
So from 2021, you help me, 428 minus 366. You've added 62. Now I want you to go to the budget lines, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2025. How many prosecutors were you putting in the budget for recruitment?
Chair, in terms of budgeting, we are normally constrained to determine how many we are going to recruit if we don't have the wage. So we only determine how many we are going to recruit after finance has provided wage. So we cannot project and say we are going to recruit 500 if we do not have the wage.
Now, PS.
Yes, sir.
From 2021, how many additions? 428 minus 366. The addition is 60. 60 what? Explain that to these two. Explain that to these two. Ask it.
Chair, we need to, because now between 2021 and now,
You've added only 66.
No, sir. We added, even before this 66, we recruited 100 state attorneys. But I can't say.
Why didn't you give the same to the DPP so that he presents the correct? DPP, that's an implication that you presented a wrong figure, sir.
No.
Is that correct?
Honorable Chair, the current staff I have, prosecutors.
Yes.
Including those minors, excluding those who retired and so on, the current I have 428. I have just received 12 more from Public Service Commission.
In July.
Yeah. So they have not posted them. So that
So
will
honorable
take my
members,
number
help
to
me.
Yeah.
Help me here. The DPP has 428. The PS is saying that she has been recruiting. And you added how many? 100?
Chair.
Yes. Now take us through slowly and please take your time. Take your time and explain to us better to understand this. Why? Because you reported that you have 366 in 2021 prosecutors. Now you can take us, maybe some have died, some have left the Some have retired.
Sir, I know some
have crossed to
some
the other
died,
side.
some crossed to judiciary.
Now
some
that's what I wanted.
Yeah, but I need to harmonize the figures between 2021. If I'd known that you were going to ask me from the period of 2021, I would have harmonized to explain how many left, how many died, how many retired. But you've asked this in an ambush. But as we speak, we have the 428
yes,
in post.
It is not an ambush, it is on the Treasury Memoranda. I think let us be on the same page. If you are not comfortable, maybe you ask for time. We'll reconcile the numbers. But it's not an ambush, it's part of the...
Chair, these are the figures we have. Only 12 have not been accessed on the payroll, the ones the commission appointed in July.
2021, 2022, how many did you recruit? You can't tell. You didn't tell me your HR person? The HR is here?
Yes, and unfortunately, at that time we were all not in office of the DPP. 2021.
That status is there. HR, 2021, how many prosecutors were recruited?
Yeah, I don't have office.
You don't know.
I don't have
2022, 2023?
I don't have office.
You don't know. When did you assume office?
24.
2024. Okay, tell me 2024, 2025. They are under review. How many prosecutors?
We recruited, that was what we got, 100.
I don't know when you got what. I am asking 2024, 2025, how many prosecutors did you recruit?
No,
you don't know also? Okay, the financial that has just ended. 2025, 2026.
They are 50.
Yeah, at least that one you're sure? They are 50. So that implies that the previous years, 2021 to... There was no recruitment? From 2021 to 2020? There was no recruitment.
Then in 2024-25, that's when we got additional funding to recruit the 100 state attorneys. Then as of 30th
June,
30th June of 2026, that's when we recruited the 50.
So you have added about, from 2020, you have added about 150.
Yes, sir.
150. But still the math doesn't add up. 366 plus 150 takes us to what? You know, PS, that is the reason why you moved with these people. They can help you. 366 plus 150, so we should have 560. 16. So why does the DPP has only 428? Where are the others? Did they leave the system?
Yes, Chair, we've had officers crossing to the judiciary number.
Like how many? HR must know.
Chair, we don't have the figures, but we can provide, because we have to go backwards. But we've had a number of them leave.
Everything I'm asking you, you don't want to tell me. And I keep deducing for you.
Chair, I don't
like it is this team that is telling you about the 516.
Chair, I don't want to give you inaccurate figures. Yes, sir.
But who told me about the 150? Is it inaccurate?
No, sir.
Please, you came here to Public Accounts Committee to answer questions. And we are not going to move like that. You came to answer questions, and these questions are about your entity. Please, kindly let's move with the smiles. Don't take us to that lane where you want to play smart. Please don't go there. So we are supposed to have 516 by now. DPP is saying he has 428. Where is the rest? Yes, madam. Account for the rest of the prosecutors that are not on post, yet you, in the spending of resources, you show that you You recruited.
Chair, we are only spending on these ones in post. We are not spending on anybody who is not on the payroll.
So how many are in post? How many up now as we speak?
As we speak, 428. They are the ones even on the payroll.
So what has happened to the others?
Sir, if you're not on the payroll, probably we had
now,
some staff die, some left, some retired.
You and HR deduce and explain to us. We shall give you time at the end of the meeting to tell us or account for the other prosecutors. Where are they? Because she says she has recruited 150, you had 366. We want you to account for the difference. I'm not supposed to instruct him, okay? But because I want to engage you on something, ask him to do that. Okay, because you're going to continue coming to Parliament to say we need more money to recruit prosecutors, but yet you can't account for those that you are supposed to be within your docket. Okay, let's finalize on the last one. No. You have something to report on the last. You presented on 3 Treasury memoranda issues.
Yes, sir.
There is something else.
Okay.
Yes, PS.
Chair, which one? Because I've finished on the Treasury memorandum.
You just go through the audit report.
You want me to go back?
No. Go to the audit report. They say there are 4 parliamentary recommendations that you're supposed to work on. And this one I see is a positive for you. You can't live without saying that you did well.
Because, Chair, one was on...
Go to the Auditor General's report.
Was on underperformance of the structure, which you handled.
Yeah.
The other one was performance of prosecution case management.
That's true.
And then the third one was on case backlog.
Case backlog, and the 4th?
Chair, those are the 3 I see here.
You reported the 4, but the fourth is on domestic areas. Okay. From the record I have here. Domestic areas, but the reason why I wanted you to talk about it, you know, you should be proud of things you've done well. I have cross-checked with your domestic areas and you're at 0. Yes, so, you know, you should always courage. So Parliament hears where you did well, okay? But for you, when you only talk about, we question about hard things, it's always not good. Now we have to speak with pride to say, Honorable Chair, Parliament required that we do not acquire more domestic areas, and we've not acquired any more. You see, that's how we...
Thank you, Chair. And we are trying to make sure we don't have them. Actually, the ones we get are the ones we get from Attorney General, but we don't create... I try to make sure that we spend within our budget.
And that's a plus for you.
Thank
and that's
you, Chair.
what Parliament wants.
Thank you, Chair.
And you had chosen to leave it behind. Okay, Honorable Wanyama, are you good to go? I want to hand you over to Honorable Wanyama for the other part of the question, and I think it is mainly on the audit report. So he will be guiding you on how we proceed. After Honorable Wanyama, we shall have Honorable Mudimi.
Okay, sir.
I wish you well with them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chair. My name once again is Wanyama Richard Hamala. I represent the people of Samia Vuga Central, Busia District. Chair, I'm going to work within the query 3.2, granting of funds. I can call budget performance. Auditor General's report is page 18. Yeah, a review of the approved non-tax revenue estimates of the financial year 2024-2025. revealed that the ODPP budgeted to collect 60 million, however actual collections amounted to 1.61 billion, significantly exceeding the approved estimate. Further review indicated that revenue from courts and fines, which generated the highest amount of 1.49 billion, was under budgeted, as shown in the table below, as according to the Auditor General. Chair, I'm very concerned how an entity can budget for 60 million and end up collecting 1.6 billion. When you go to the financial statements, the final accounts of the entity, page 6.
Yes, are you together with him?
Yes, sir.
Are we moving together?
Yes, sir.
Yes. When you're not with him, you can let us know,
Okay, sir.
so that you respond to what you...
Let's work with the financial statements also. Page 6 on the commentary. The non-tax revenue. Are we there? Page 6 on the commentary of the financial statements by the head of accounts. This is paragraph 2. The non-tax revenue for the financial year 2024-2025 plan to be collected. The plan to collect 61. The ODPP office collected a total of 1.61 billion, per breakdown 9.8 from sale of publications, 110 from the asset recovery.
PS, just I would like to invite your team to a cup of... Where is the coffee? Is it, the way you're looking at me is as if I'm not asking you. So that lady can give us coffee. You check on a table. Eh?
So, Chair,
you're invited to a cup of coffee for those that are not picked. Yes.
one, I would want the accounting officer to explain what caused this significant under budgeting. Because even the previous year, when you go to the statement of performance, you had collected the 274 million. That is page 8. How would you collect 274? Then the following year you go to 60. Then you collect 1.6. What is all this? Is it deliberate? And what could be the reasons? Then 2 on the same query. The 1.429 from the commentary is from disposal of items. Disposal of items. But when you go to page 48 of areas of revenue, we are going to work within page 48, areas of revenue, and page 54, stores. On areas of revenue, page 48, are we there? You have called it court fines and penalties, and the commentary it is disposal of items. If it is disposal of items on page 54, why haven't you posted it on disposals during the year? This is on stores. So those are my 2 questions, accounting officer.
Chair, I will answer the first part of the question, then I will ask the head of accounts to respond to the second one. Chair, the member asked why we budgeted for only 60 million but collected 1.6 billion.
Why do you under budget?
Why do we under budget?
You know it's against the law.
And yet the previous year they collected 274. Why would you scale down again?
Sir, during the period under review, we had conflicting guidance because I did attend the meeting invited by the PSST, and the Deputy Attorney General was there, and I remember raising this issue. Now, as Office of the DPP, we sell obsolete items, and that is within our control. So, and then we also recover from proceeds of crime. Now, during that meeting, we were told that we should not capture the proceeds of crime as part of our NTR.
So in the previous year, we had collected, that's why it went to 270.
Yes, because that was just from sale of obsolete items.
Yes.
But this year, the auditor has captured what had been also collected from proceeds of crime. Now, according to the Deputy Attorney General, he said the money that is collected from proceeds of crime had been appropriated. Then somebody somewhere stole the money. So we are not supposed to budget that we collected it, according to the guidance he gave in that meeting. Because my query was, why don't you want us to recognize the money that we collect from proceeds of crime as part of our NTR?
And somebody somehow had stolen?
Yeah, these are monies that we collect from court out of the anti-corruption
so how much
cases.
had been stolen?
In that year, Madam Namatov, are you able to tell us the figure we collected out of proceeds of crime in that year?
I don't like that question. Tell Namatov to tell us.
Yes.
Now, what if she says I'm unable?
Okay, thank you, Chair, for that correction. Namatov, please tell the Chair and members what we collected in that year.
I want the money that was stolen and who stole it.
Thank you, Chair. I may not tell the committee the money that is stolen because what the PS is talking about is the money from the concluded cases where orders have been made.
I beg your honors have been?
Pardon me.
Namatovu.
I've not gotten your query, Honorable.
My sister Namatovu, did you hear where they were following the conversation?
Yes, I was.
The conversation was the reason why we were stopped from budgeting because somebody has stolen the money that was appropriated. Now I'm asking how much was stolen and who stole it?
Honorable Chair, if I may just come in.
Yes.
I think the PS is explaining the justification given by the Attorney General. The money we recover is public money stolen by public officials. So the stealing he's talking about is that there is a public official which has already, that money is already budgeted and appropriated, but there is a public official who stole it. And so we are prosecuting that public official and recovering that money, and therefore,
and that's what I'm asking. This committee is interested. It cannot go on record that money was stolen, and we just continue. But we just tell us who stole the money, how much was stolen, then PS continues.
Chair, that is going to be difficult because if it is not detected, then we cannot tell how much is stolen.
Hey. You people are very serious at not
and
telling the
this
truth.
1.6 is not from one person. There are small monies that we keep collecting during the course of the financial year after the case has been concluded and the recovery is made.
Wanyama, are you understanding what they're explaining? Masaba.
Chair, I'd take an interest even to go on the statement of reported losses, which is actually blank. I thought they would have even reported the losses.
Chair, it's not a loss from the office of the DPP. These are cases that are in court. For example, probably a district officer was arrested for misappropriation of funds.
Yes.
He's brought to the anti-corruption court.
Yeah.
And court says this officer should pay maybe 50 million, another one 2 million, another one 5 million. So that money that we collect.
When the thieves pay?
Yes.
They pay to you or to the consolidated fund?
We have a holding account where we first recover the money, put on the holding account as the court process goes on. So when the court case is concluded, court clears us, they will communicate and say, this is government money. Or refund this money. That is why we put it on a holding account first.
Have you understood, sir?
When court confirms, we transfer the money to the consolidated account.
Have you understood?
I want her to relate it with the Aegis directive to reduce the budgeting. Then I understand better.
To reduce the budgeting?
Yes, because you explained initially
yes.
that Auditor General told you do not budget for this money.
Yes, because Honorable Wanyama is asking, why are we under budgeting? And my reason is that the guidance we have from the Attorney General is that we should not, this is not our money. It's already government money. Why should we reflect it as part of what we are going to collect? Because it was already appropriated by Parliament. So it is just a recovery of what was stolen from what was appropriated already.
Yeah,
so he actually doesn't want us to capture it as our NTR. But during audit, the auditors captured it as a collection.
But you know, you hear the complication? Yes, Masawa.
Chair, I think my view is the PS should engage the Deputy Attorney General, and we should look at how to harmonize, because if this money went out, then how are they going to recognize it again in the government systems? Because when these public officers steal the money, they have done accountability and they have maybe cleared their books of accounts. So how does he expect this money to come back? It's, for example, if I have a business and maybe I have someone who has not been paying and I've written it off as a bad debt, then some years later this person pays, I bring it as other revenues. I bring it back into my book. So how does he expect you to bring it?
Did that decision change along the way?
Chair, for us, when we are budgeting, we don't actually still capture it. So
even up to now?
Yes. So my suggestion
so
would
which
be,
entity in the government circles captures it if you do not capture it?
Chair.
That revenue is captured where? Because the thieves had stolen the money, you have prosecuted them successfully, and now they pay.
If they do not capture it, then it's prone to being stolen again by the people who are recovering it.
Chair, I am requesting that when you have an engagement with the Ministry of Finance and Accountant General, and also Attorney General, those are the questions you should put to them, because for us now we transfer the money to the consolidated account.
Honorable Karim, kindly, and Wanyama, if I forget, don't forget when we meet, because that is a serious case. Because then these people will be working in vain.
The PSST will tell them they send the money, the PSST has the knowledge about it, it's nowhere in their books.
Exactly.
And they will disappear with it in
money
finance.
Then will be stolen again. Yet, wow, that's very interesting. So you do not capture it anywhere. So what came in the 1.6? That's what this man wants to know.
No, the 1.6 is what we
No, the 1.6 chair, it is here. It is very clear.
What is collected, yes.
They said 9.8 is from sale of publications.
Yes.
110 is from asset recovery. And 1.492 is from disposal. And my concern was there on the disposal. Because on the commentary, you are saying the 1.492 is from disposal of items. When you go to page 48.
That is 1.4 billion.
Billion, yes. When you go to page 48, statement of areas of revenue, you have posted it as court fines. And here on the commentary, you are calling it disposal of assets. Then on page 54, the summary statement of stores.
Can I control him? Are you following? Or I put a...
Sir, I'm trying to follow, but the accountant, I hope the accountant has followed him.
Following.
So I'm going to request him to
I saw you have
give a response.
Good number. Even the auditor is concerned. So any of them can answer.
Thank you, Chair.
Accountant, that microphone is not reaching you.
Thank you, Chair, and honorable members.
Push your chair a little bit in front.
Thank you, Chair, and honorable members. I got the question clear, but now, when you read the commentary, which is for me, head of accounts, it reads, I want to take you back with your guidance. It reads that The
1492.
Yeah, when you read that sentence, it says 9.8 million from sale of publications.
Yes.
110 million 600 from asset recovery.
Yes.
And 1.492 billion 100,000 from disposal of items and collections from concluded government convictions. That's what it means.
So how much is disposal of assets? Because now you have combined two things.
110.
That is only 110, the disposal. But the concluded government convictions is what we are referring to.
So this statement is respectively. Maybe you should have
Yes,
added
yeah,
that.
yeah, sure. Maybe I didn't add
So
that
the
one, but
110, page 54, why isn't it there?
It is there, sir.
Some other statement, is it there?
Yeah, it is there.
It is there, okay.
It is there, sir.
Accountant, quickly take us there. Don't just say it is there. Open there, tell it's on this page.
You say it,
And show us that it is there on this page. Which page?
It is on page 58. 48. Page 48.
No, I'm interested in page 54. Summary statement of stores.
First go to 54, then show him 58. Here it is showing you 0, you take him 58. You will be convinced.
Page 54.
54, are you on 54?
The second column from the right.
Are you there, sir?
I'm there, sir.
54.
Second column from the right. Disposals during the year. Second last column from the right. Disposals during the year.
What is it saying?
It is saying 0.
You said it is there. Okay, take us where it is.
No, but Mr. Chairman.
No. First give him
chance.
chance.
Before he's moving, I want to bring to his attention that the disposals, you are reducing the value of your assets. When you dispose of, you are reducing. So whatever you are taking us, it was supposed to be here. Even if you get it somewhere where, but it's
Take
supposed
us where
to be
it
here.
is, sir. You said it is there.
48. Page 48.
Page 48.
Years of revenue. My interest was in the assets, not here.
Convince him that it is there. Then we make progress.
It is under court fines and penalties. The 1.4, no, disposal is a sale of goods and services, and then, yes, other property income.
Yes.
My interest is in the misstatement in the stores. I was not interested in the areas of revenue. So do you agree that you've made a misstatement in the statement of stores?
Yeah, I concede. On that one, I concede, Mr. Chair.
Then not waste Chair's time.
I think we can move.
You quickly accept and we move on.
I concede.
Okay.
Chair, as I told you, I will work within query 3.1 budget performance.
And you know that misstatement is offending the law. You know that, Honorable Mudimi, which one? You never gave me back my Public Finance Management Act. Did you? You gave it to me?
Chair, allow me to take the accounting officer to page 9, statement of financial position.
You, my lawyer, tell me the offenses on that quickly. Yes, sir.
Statement of financial position. We have posted the prepayments and advances of 9 billion point 7. And on page 30, let's move to page 30. Under the note, prepayments and advances, because up there is 9.7 billion. When you come down on categorization of prepayments and advances, of course, even on the commentary on page 6, when you add through these prepayments, they come to 8.8 billion, which they have posted here on page 30. But there is that non-current 960 million, which I want the accounting officer to elaborate, because its detail is not in the commentary.
Accounting officer?
Yeah, the 960. In the commentary, you only talked of the current, the 800 and the 8 billion point 8. I'm interested in the 960 non-current.
Accounting officer?
Chair will ask PA to still respond.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair and honourable members through the PS. The 800... The
8 billion, 8 billion?
Yes?
It is 8 billion, not 800.
The 8 billion,
yes.
8.8 billion we are talking about,
yes.
These figures are in relation of letters of credit.
That is understandable very well.
Now, the 8.8 billion was letters of credit that were acquired
yes.
during the financial year in review.
That's very okay.
Now, but before we enter that year, there are some letters of credit that were carried forward that had not performed, that were brought forward, and these were, they were added up to 960 million.
Why did you disclose them in the commentary and tell us exactly what their details? Because that's a lot of money.
Well, I think it was an oversight, but previously we have not been disclosing them because we normally want to comment on what we have done in this financial year. Maybe in future we shall be disclosing, but that's why we didn't disclose them. But they relate to, the 960 relates to the one that we are carried forward.
What is this?
Then,
okay.
Yes.
You are giving explanation?
No. That is. I submit.
Yeah, I would have loved you to guide me on that one.
What has he said? Sorry.
Maybe you can repeat.
When I was saying the 8.8 billion is equivalent to the letters of credit that were acquired during this financial year in review. Now, the 960, they were letters of credit that had not performed when we started that financial year, and therefore they were carried forward. Added together, that's when they add up to the 9.7 billion.
And is that okay with you?
Do you have any guidance on that one?
Do you have any problem with it?
Because if you said I have not performed,
I think it's clear because it's recognized, but the issue is them putting it in the statement. I think you're supposed to tell us that you have part which was carried forward and then what you incurred in that year.
The commentary.
Did you disclose?
It didn't.
The total of which?
Yeah.
Where do I find that information? The way you've explained it. Tell me that open this page, you find this information.
It's not there, Chair.
Let him say on record, Masa.
Chair, it is not there. You will not find it because previously we have not been reporting on the letters of credit carried forward in the commentary. We put them in the financial statements and other reports. Maybe it will be an area that we are going to...
Can you read me 77O? 1O. And that is the law we are going to judge you by.
7710 reads that 10.
77, the headline is what?
Offenses.
Offenses against the law.
10 reads offenses makes a statement or declaration or gives any information or document required under this act knowing it to be false or misleading.
Pass on the law. Are you not offending the law with that very statement you've made?
Yeah.
No, on record.
Chair, I am offending the law and I concede, but I ask for
forgiveness.
For forgiveness to improve.
Parliament will choose whether to forgive you or not.
Chair.
Okay, let's make progress.
Let's progress, but still just around that area. If we go to page 16, the reconciliation between the total expenditure. Number one, it was not reconciling. The committee notes under the reconciliation statement, page 16. Are you there?
Page 16. Yes.
Page 16. Reconciliation between total expenditure per appropriation accounts and per statement of financial performance. Ideally, the two must reconcile. Do you agree? That's why it's called the reconciliation statement. The statement of performance must reconcile with the appropriation.
Is that correct? What he's saying, is it correct in the principles of accounts?
Are you there?
Must it reconcile always?
Yeah,
it must reconcile.
Yes.
So he's right.
But Chair, I noted some small variation.
Is yours reconciling?
He thinks so, Chair, but doesn't.
No, you can't.
On the force of it, it reconciles.
Come again? Chair, maybe let me note my query. The committee notes under the reconciliation statement on page 16 that the total expenditure per statement of performance amounted to 79 billion.3. Statement of performance is on page. It's on page 8. The total expenditure amounted to 79.3 billion. That is as per statement of performance. While the statement of financial, the statement of that's you have seen it, 285. There's a small variation. Reported total expenditure.
Yeah,
it's 285. But in accounts, this must be zero. How does it balance? That's why I've raised it even if the figure looks significant. Otherwise, then the whole final statement is misstated.
Yes, we accept it is small. You're so relaxed about it because it is a small margin.
No, Chair, we are going to improve.
But Chair, even in the same area there, why I've gone there quickly, that even what we're talking about, the non-performance of the letters of credit, when you read through here, your reconciliations, prepayments performed, you're telling us some performed well, others didn't perform. Why didn't you post them here? Page 16, just look at your reconciliation. What we have been discussing, the letters of credit that performed, didn't perform.
Accountant, you're the one who were telling us about the performance of some letters of credit.
Yeah.
Use the microphone.
Chair, ideally we should have included it in the commentary, those who did, those which didn't perform well and those which performed well. But like I said, we concede, we pledge that we are going to improve on that.
Okay, Chair, we progress?
We make progress.
We have a difference in the statement of cash flow and the statement of appropriation. Under the current financial guidelines issued by the Accountant General, expenditures on cash flow statement should mirror the expenditures in the statement of appropriation, since both are cash-based statements.
Is that correct? Yes. Is that what should happen?
Yes, sir.
The committee analyzed the statement of appropriation on page 13 and the statement of cash flow on page 11. We are working on page 13 and 11. Cash flow is 11, appropriation is 13. And notes variances. When you go to amount as per cash flow, other expenses, you have put 18.9 million. In the appropriation, it is 0. Domestic areas paid in the cash flow is 0. The same amount now crosses to appropriation under domestic areas, 18.9. So, as per the table that I'm talking about, the entity diverted 18.9, meant for domestic areas to cater for other expenses.
And
how does this arise?
And that one I want it. And just show me who did it and who has it. That 18.9 million.
How did you move it from domestic areas to cater for other expenses? The mischarge.
Paid areas we are not supposed to pay. We are supposed to pay.
Yes.
Chair, the 18 million was paid for arrears. I will give an explanation. In the previous financial years, for example, I'll give you in 2023-24.
You know, PS, the better way in this committee, you say, Chair, look on this page. Eh?
No, I was
this
giving...
what I'm explaining is on this page.
No, it's not here, sir.
For example, you say on this financial, because we are dealing with accounts. We are not dealing with stories. You show me that the reflection is appearing here.
No, Chair, I wanted to explain that finance didn't give us money under domestic arrears. But they had advised us that when you have any arrears, budget for them. So we budgeted to clear this 18 million under our non-wage. But it didn't come as money to clear domestic arrears. So when we have an area and we don't...
The finance told you what? When you have any domestic arrears, you clear them.
They tell us to budget for them.
How do you show that you have domestic arrears? By budgeting for them.
We budget for...
You budgeted for it?
We look, yes.
Did you budget for it? Take us to where you budgeted for it. Take us to where you budgeted for it and we see it.
Chair, today
you know that is the difference between Public Accounts Committee.
I didn't come with my principal economist, but we captured it, sir. The 18 million was budgeted for.
Where is it in your accounts? You go to the statement of appropriation and show us. Show us the money that this is what I budgeted for.
In appropriation, it is there, sir.
In appropriation?
Yes, under domestic areas. You budgeted for it under domestic areas.
So where is the problem if they budgeted for it?
They moved to mischarge it in other expenses. They paid it.
So they were supposed to charge it as? Now you are confusing me.
Pay a case, a quota word, which had just
PS.
Chair, from what my peer is telling me, we had a budget. So we cleared what we were supposed to clear, but there was this one person with a quota award of 18 million. So we had a balance at the end of the financial year. So instead of returning it, we cleared instead of carrying forward this 18 million of a quota award to the next financial year.
Have I understood her? Have I?
Chair.
Yes.
I think the head of accounts should just accept that he made an error on the cash flow here and posted it on the wrong item instead of, because they budgeted for it and money was spent.
Chair, this is how
it's
it
on
happened.
a different budget line.
I want to be sincere with you.
But I don't want stories, I want you to...
want stories,
now you take me to the accounts and show me that you know it was supposed to be here, I moved it here. That is how we...
This 18 million was supposed to be for domestic areas.
Yes.
But in our financials, we had not captured any domestic areas like we have said. But this gentleman was awarded money and we do not have any budget line to pay him. We got this submission from Attorney General Chambers to pay a compensation of a man who had moved to our offices, I don't know how many times, demanding money. But now, we were reaching the end of the financial year, we were to return 18 million. And then tell this man...
Because you had not budgeted
we had
before?
not budgeted because that case had just come. The budget is appropriated by 31st May. We had not... The case just came from Attorney General Chambers that this man is demanding money from you.
So you had the money that you're supposed to return?
To return.
Under which budget line?
Domestic areas. Domestic
How
areas.
did you get it when you yes, Honorable?
Mr. Chairman, you know, we have to be careful. We are dealing with lawyers, prosecutors, and I'm referring to case of Christopher Bear and others, where they budgeted for items which you are not supposed to. So the mere fact that you budgeted for items which domestic areas which you don't have, it's an offense. I refer you to that case. You are a prosecutor. You know, we have to be careful when we are dealing with you. So much as it was removed, but it was a regular first to budget for items which we are not going to pay. That is.
So that in the budget you had budgeted for who? Because you say you had it in your appropriation. So that implies that person was not paid and you paid this one. Does it mean that way? Is that true? By the time you budget for domestic areas of that money, there was somebody to pay. PS. Please stop talking in whispers, eh? You talk on microphone.
Mr.
Use the microphone.
Mr. Chairman, ordinarily we are supposed to get it from outstanding commitments, the share of outstanding commitments in the accounts. Then you, for the previous, then you budget. But when it is zero, then you budget.
Chair, what I know is that on page, which page is this? On page 22. This is page 22, right?
22?
13. Oh, page 13.
Page 13?
Yes. The 18 million was reflected as domestic areas paid. And according to my accountant, he's saying that money was released to us as a domestic area, right? To
Chair will continue. That they will not answer it.
No. PS, I want you to read for me 77. Read for me 77. 77. M and Q. M and Q. Offenses, and 77 is on offenses. M says
incurs unauthorized expenditure or makes unauthorized commitments.
And Q?
And Q says diverts government funds to unauthorized activities.
Which of these offenses did you commit? Which of the two did you commit?
M.
Wanyama, make progress.
Chair.
Make progress, Wanyama.
Chair, maybe before it goes.
Yes.
This money was actually budgeted for domestic areas.
Yes. To pay who?
To pay the rate. Yeah, we had a staff who died.
Yes.
And we budgeted for him.
Yes.
Unfortunately, by the time the year crossed, they had not cleared with the account numbers, blah, 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 blah.
So which offense did you commit?
There is no cost, because it was budgeted under domestic areas.
No, that money was supposed to pay who?
Diago Stephen.
And it paid who?
It paid somebody called James Owin.
Did you
who had been
commit an offense?
Chair. Chair, I want
Make
to,
progress.
Chair, I want
Make
to
progress.
Him,
Make
I want
progress.
To refer him to page 51. 51 of the account.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
But I wanted to leave it that one and we make progress.
No.
Chair, Chair, the accountant has said to be sincere. He has been sincere. Yes.
So let's move.
Let's move.
Still on page 54, the statement of stores, the total value of assets acquired during the year was 4.9 billion. Page 54. Are we together?
54.
Are we together? The total money of assets acquired during the year is 4.94 billion. However, this does not reconcile with the statement of cash flow, which has a value of 4.585 billion, causing a significant variance of 358 million. I want to know, accounting officers, we should account for the new assets.
Are they with you? I'm seeing him still opening 54.
Page 54. We are working between page 54 and the one of the cash flow is page what? It's page 9. Let me check. Cash flow is on page 11, page 11. When you go to the cash flow, page 11, under cash flows from investing activities, PPE, 4.585 billion. When you come to the summary statement of stores on page 54, additions during the year, you are having 4.944. So this means that you bought more assets to the tune of 358 billion. Eh? No, 358 millions. I want an explanation to account for those new assets of 358.
PS.
Head of accounts to respond.
Head of accounts, they've given you the microphone. It's before you. Explain. Did you understand him first of all?
Yeah, I understood.
Now, what is the response? I want to make progress.
Chair, this one I need to first do some reconciliation.
No, but is he correct? Do you appreciate his concern?
Yes, I appreciate the chair.
So he's correct?
Yes, chair.
So if it is correct,
I
why,
may not confirm whether it's correct because
then why do we waste time on it? You yourself, you've looked at the books and they are not speaking to... So he's right, right? So let us make progress.
Area.
Yes.
Still, there's an overstatement of asset additions under Note 32.
Note 32, page 35.
Page 35, yes.
PS.
35, there's an overstatement there, Chair, of 7.5 billions, which was reported as asset additions for the period. This is, however, contrary to what was reported in the statement of stores on page 54 of 4.9 billions, hence creating a very significant variance of 2.6 billion. As well as even the cash flow has another figure of 4.5 billion. That one of the cash flow creates a variance of 2.9. The other one creates a variance of 2.6. The one of the cash flow of 2.9. PS, are we together? I seek an explanation for the overstatement.
Chair, I'm going to ask Head of Accounts to explain.
Chair and honorable members, most of these figures are varying because of the letters of credit that keep on coming in and performing at different times. Therefore, sometimes it's difficult to get the definite figures at the time of compiling report. I would request that probably.
Their statement, Chair.
Yes, sir.
Are you the head of accounts?
Yes, I am.
You are the head of accounts?
I am, Chair.
And you're before Parliament and you're making that statement?
Chair, the reporting date is just one date, 30th June. You cannot have different figures on one date.
And you're head of accounts and you're telling that to a parliamentary committee on accounts? Just appreciate and we make progress.
So, Chair, for now,
I want him to appreciate that and we make progress.
Okay. I concede, Chair.
We make progress.
Thank you, Chair. I'm done. I can pass on the mic.
Thank you very much, Honorable Wanyama. PS, I think you've explained one in Honorable Wanyama's questions, and they were all about money. Your accounting officer was just conceding. Honorable Mudimi, kindly allow me, and I asked my team here to compute for me the value of the system, and they have, where is that paper? My team, PS, take note and compare. I'm still waiting for your side. In 2021, Honorable Mudimi, just I'm begging your indulgence. Just report this, then you continue. PS, in 2021, you reported that in 2017, you paid 10.292,590,463 for this system to Graphic Systems Limited for supply and delivery of the software to 7 stations by 30th June 2017. You also reported that the Directorate subsequently spent an additional 15.896047,952 to cover the 41 stations in 4 years, plus an additional 2.8 billion per year for maintenance. Adding the 10.2, the 15.8, and the 14 for maintenance puts that the cost to that system at the level of 2017, as you reported in 2021, at 40 billion. So Mutalia, please go ahead and find out from 2021 to date what are the additional, then you, no, the 4 years is the additional. So it's catered for. Okay. So the system is costing the people of Uganda about 40 billion. So that is the information I wanted to give your team.